American Songbird superstar Whitney Houston's lookalike daughter in a coma, found unconscious face down in a bathtub tonight. Is a legal battle brewing over Bobbi Kristina?
It's just a waiting game right now. The daughter of Whitney Houston and Bobbi Brown.
Bobbi Kristina Brown was unresponsive in a bathtub.
The chances that someone saw or heard something that day are pretty high.
Bobbi Kristina did have some injuries that can't be explained.
Mystery injuries, unexplained injuries. Does it possibly suggest that there was foul play here?
Straight out to Alan Duke, national correspondent, RadarOnline.com. A legal battle potentially brewing. Explain.
Well, it could happen in several ways. First of all, does Nick Gordon have any legal claim to be able to see Bobbi Kristina? Does he have any so in whether she's taken off life support? I think those are issues that are being explored now by Gordon's lawyer.
You know, with me right now, Dr. Xiong, neurologist at Case Medical Center. Doctor, thank you so much for being with us. Doctor, what effect is it going to have on her? There are no reports of any change in her condition. What effect will it have on her physically to remain on life support for an extended period of time?
Well, when you're on life support for a long period of time, your brain is sometimes unable to perform some of the functions that allow you to avoid complications like pneumonias and skin breakdown and blood clots and things like that. So there could be some detrimental effects in that respect. Additionally, after this much time on the ventilator, her muscles may become deconditioned, and there may be some degree of atrophy that starts to set in. But these are reversible things with rehabilitation.
Reversible with rehab. To Dr. Michelle Dupree, forensic pathologist, joining us out of Columbia. Doctor, thank you for being with us. Can I ask you how it works? How likely is it that you survive when you're taken off life support?
Well, Nancy, two things. One, once a patient is declared brain dead, there is no such thing as life support. It's organ support. I don't know if that's the case in this issue or not. If the patient has not been declared brain dead and they're simply on a ventilator, then it depends on how long they've been on the ventilator, and it depends on the cause, the reason that they were on that ventilator.
Everybody, you're seeing from Bobbi Kristina's Twitter account. What were you saying, Dr. Dupree?
I was just reiterating that once that person is declared brain dead, there is no life support. It's simply organs. They're functioning by machines. That's it.
You know, Alan Duke, we have been told that Nick Gordon has not been allowed at the hospital. What do you make of reports that he denies he's going to file a legal action to gain access to Bobbi Kristina?
Well, now, that was last week that Randy Kessler, who we all know so well, made that statement. And some things may have changed since then, and he may be looking at that. But you're right, nothing has been filed now. But the first thing that I think a good lawyer does is try to work things out without having to go to a judge and to court. And I think they're working quietly behind the scenes to convince Bobbi Brown to let him there. But as we get down to the wire and the decision is made on life support, it becomes more crucial and more critical. And then you go to your next step.
Everyone, let's stop and remember American hero, Macon firefighter Lieutenant Randy Parker, who lost his life in the line of duty battling a house fire. Parker, 46, served 20 years in the community, leaves behind widow Sandy and 2 sons tonight. Our thoughts and prayers with his family. Everyone, I'll see you tomorrow night, 8 o'clock sharp Eastern, and until then, good night, friend.
Tonight, a